Today, we will learn how to trade in tough market conditions and how to make clever price action decisions. We will get help from our beloved trading indicator for finding great trade zones. No more empty talks. If you're ready, let's do this. Let me dissect another great student trade recently taken on Ethereum. Very nice setup. He even drew some annotations on the chart just like I regularly do. All in all, this is a great setup. Now let me observe this trade using the top-down analysis, starting with the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, you can see a classic price action play out. An inner liquidity sweep with imbalance. A great source of price fuel to move in any direction. Please take note of the last week's high point, because it will come in very handy soon. Now I've dropped down to the daily chart. Here is how the daily action started after price swept the weekly liquidity and imbalance area. Notice what happens here. Price swept these equal lows right above the imbalance area as well. This is a fractal action. What happens on the weekly chart now happens on the daily chart as well. It is identical price action, and price keeps moving with the inner imbalances. Bulls are in control here. Now I am marking yesterday's high point. These are two very important institutional levels you need to watch all the times. Now we are on the 15-minute chart. Previously, we just got a sense of the overall bias of the price action. We know that on the weekly and daily we are quite bullish. On this chart, the first thing we notice is that we have two clear price action targets above. Last week's and yesterday's high levels, extremely close, a target just waiting to be hunted. We also have two possible support resistance flip points. If you carefully look at any chart, you can see multiple flip lines, many rejection points or supports. Both lines in this example are quite acceptable. Now, up until this moment, we made a great analysis. But how do we trade this? That is the main question. Trading is always a tricky business. Before taking any trade, we want to make sure price has enough fuel to move. Either liquidity or imbalance, or a combination of the both. You can notice the equal high price levels at the top and the bottom here. We have a very clear targets above now. There are many reasons for the price to go up. So what happens here is that the price sweeps the bottom equal lows and taps the dip into the 15-minute imbalance. If I had to place a risk-reward based trade here, I would want to cover all this imbalance in this example, because price may wanna sweep the inner liquidity a couple of more times for extra fuel before the final move. Now what happens with the multi-time frame indicator? I suggest you always check the multi-time frames to get more confluences. You can notice 4 different time frames with 4 different imbalances provide the fuel we need. But at the same time, if you closely look at the multi-time frames, you can notice the 4 different vision of the inner liquidity sweep for the final move, where the price goes into lower support and resistance area. A magnificent movement actually. Let's get back to how to trade such a setup with another option. Now the problem is that price loves to sweep inner liquidity areas inside the imbalances. So instead of using a one single big order, you can follow the price and enter with small trades with each inner liquidity sweep inside the big imbalance zone. This will help you to create a nice average entry at the end. As you notice, finding setups is not that hard actually, but trading the setups can be quite tricky sometimes. You need multiple tools and options to handle trades like this. Okay friends, I hope that this video was educational enough for you. See you in the next video and take care of yourself for now. Completed the free trading course but still need more? My master classes teach liquidity, imbalance, and the market structure in detail. Combine them with forward and reverse trading using momentum superboxes and yo-yo cost average entry models. After that, you will master scalping with a one-screen free trading view indicator, a revolutionary trading system. Finally, you will learn to invest your profits using my 10-year swing investing with working agent system. Interested? Please see the video description.